Hey everyone, Horseman here, and this video is going to be about a new ARPG that is available for early access on Steam called Pagan Online. Now, the title itself seems to be a bit of a misnomer. I mean, of course, yes, it is online, but when we think of a title online, we think that it is some type of MMORPG. And though there are multiplayer elements, of course, I can say without a doubt you can play this game all by yourself if you want to. So I'm going to put that out there right now because that's been a question that I've seen asked by many already, and including myself. So I wanted to make sure that that was very clear right now. What you're seeing right now is going to be 3 characters that you have available to you at the start, and you can choose between that axe warrior, that whip lady, and this hammer dude. And yes, those are the official names to the classes. No, not really. But anyway, one thing you'll notice here is that each of these characters have a very specific set of skills, not unlike something like League of Legends or even Overwatch for that matter. So I have to say that there are certain elements about this game that makes me not so encouraged about the potential future of this game. As I said, right now it is early access. It is very much in its beta phases, so I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of gameplay mechanics and options that are going to be available later on. But from what I have seen so far is that it is your typical ARPG like Diablo, Path of Exile, Grim Dawn, and all that in terms of combat, with the big difference being that rather than point and click, you move your character with the WASD controls. And that took a bit of getting used to. You can see it here. I kind of had a little bit of an issue there. You can even strafe if you want to, or it can also turn you completely around. So it's not just a matter of you locked in that kind of, you know, backpedaling or strafing type of way of doing things. Each of your abilities are going to be predefined on to a specific button, and then you use them. But kind of like what's that game called? Dynasty Warriors. Your enemies are coming at you. That's all they're doing. They are just coming at you, and you maneuver yourself in a way to get them to bottleneck into your AoEs, and you press on. One thing you'll notice here is that loot is not dropping. And I will say that loot is more than plenty in this game, but it does not drop until the entire battle is over. That is one thing that also took a little bit much for me to get used to, because I'm used to killing and then finding stuff drop immediately. I have to say that from what I have experienced thus far in about an hour or two of gaming with this, is that it feels much like a high-budget mobile game. And not to dog on mobile games, but I feel that with the platform of the PC, there should be more available to us than simply the same type of mechanics. And what I mean by that is something that we'll discuss a little bit further in this video, because I want to actually show you how it kind of worked as opposed to just trying to explain it here and then you seeing it later. The combat is smooth. Abilities make you feel strong, and even when enemies are dead, you can still flip them in the air and make them go flying. And that, to me, is a lot of fun, especially when you are using these abilities. And what you're seeing here, it does kind of give you that Dynasty Warrior kind of feel in an ARPG type of game. And that doesn't change throughout the entire gameplay. When it says Final Wave, that means you know that the battle sequence that you're in, that's when the boss is coming. So watch out. And just like any other boss, you just go at it and hit it till it's dead. There's not a whole lot of mechanics that I see so far in terms of avoiding abilities. No hints at where an ability is going to be landing at. It does its thing, and if you get hit by it, you get hit by it. If not, well, you don't. In this case, you'll notice I have a shield, That shield protects me for a certain period of time, and I can still just start wailing at things, but it does make me invulnerable for that period of time. So, yeah, like I said, it's got some quirks to it. I'm going to go ahead and let this scenario play out, and then I'll pick up more narration in a little bit to explain some of the other mechanics.
We serve the Master of the Shroud. He summons you back into nothingness. Only death and oblivion await you.
All right, first thing to note is that this right here is going to be your home of operations. This is where everything is going to go down, your hub. This is also where, as you can see, other players are going to be there, available for you to chat with, team up, whatever the case may be. And this is where you're going to get stuff done in between your missions. Now, I said before that it felt like a mobile game, in that you're going to have these short bursts of 5 to 10 minutes. You'll finish that mission. You'll come back to your hub, sell, equip, do the things you need to do, and then you're going to go out on another battle, whether it's going to be some type of assassination mission or if it's going to be something towards the campaign. Either way, this is where you get this done, and then you go back out to play some more. And of course, there might be some little story, some dialogue done between these missions to progress the story. But again, this is beta, so I don't know how much of this is going to change between now and its official release. Okay. I'm walking up here towards that battle gate. That battle gate is going to be the map with which that you choose a mission that you want to go on. But right now in this early part of the game, there's not a whole lot of choice that I have, so therefore I'm kind of railroaded at this particular time. I'm gonna go ahead and let him tell his story so you get an idea of what's going on here. See you in a bit.
We do not know what happened to them. But whatever force removed the gods from our realm, it was a power of terrible magnitude. Veles, god of nature, trickster and traveler, no longer does he protect the forests. Pagan, god of thunder and might, his protection and strength are no more. Dabuk, god of light and life, the shining beacon of his presence has turned to darkness. This throne belonged to Morana, goddess of death and wisdom, but she perished long ago, and we have a danger far more urgent to deal with. This is the reality we face now, hero. The gods are gone. We must solve the mystery of their disappearance. Our fate depends on it. An ancient item of great power, a weapon left to us by the gods, is somewhere in the ancient Mount Igman. You must return from Pantheon to the land of the living and find it. Your quest begins through the battle gate. It will take you back to the realm of the living. Remember, you cannot stay there forever. Your soul must come back to the Pantheon and rejuvenate.
If you haven't guessed, I was at my peak there for that very first little introductory mission. But looking at my abilities bar, you'll notice that everything is gone. Even that big old badass looking hammer thing that I had is gone. So it's a typical, story of, hey, I'm awesome, but I got destroyed, and now I'm back to being, pretty cool and awesome, but not as, badass as I used to be. And I have to build myself back up in order to get there. One thing I have noticed is that character development in itself doesn't seem to be a thing. And I don't know how I feel about that just yet. As an ARPG fan, one thing I really enjoy is the freedom that I have in, building my character how I see fit and not some predestined build. So I'm a little bit bothered by that right now. So when I say that this is going to be a quick kind of ARPG fix, I really mean it. But there's one thing that I do enjoy about this game, and that's the artwork. A lot of folks are like, you know what, this cartoony type of artwork is for the birds. I don't like it. I like something more realistic, something grittier, darker, kind of like Path of Exile, Grim Dawn, something like that. And, I actually like this. I love the artwork in Darksiders, and this reminds me very much of Darksiders and a lot of League of Legends. Real quick, as you can see, I finished the fight, and then all the loot dropped afterwards. Gold. And you'll see later on that I'm going to get new inventory pieces, new weapons, whatever. And during these missions, there's also going to be some story elements that you're going to follow. You can choose to skip through it if you want to. Since this is my first time playing through the story, I definitely wanted to listen to it and see what was going on. Because it's still early stages of the development cycle, there are some things like cinematics that are very choppy, non-existent, or need some work. So, of course, as development goes on, I am sure things like that are going to change. And I do hope that there's going to be more changes. But then again, this might be just that type of game that you go in there, kind of like Bastion, for instance, where you just went in there with a type of character, you did things, and you progressed through the story, and that's all it was good for. And that's okay. Not all games need to have, unlimited content, unlimited accessibility. Sometimes games are good to play through. You get your money's worth in entertainment for that period of time, and you're done. And if you want to revisit using a different character and see what else it has to offer through different points of view, then go for it. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not really sure what to expect with this just yet. Right there, that shard that I just picked up is exactly what I'm talking about. Those you collect those things in order to access new characters. And in that particular character, that is 1 shard out of 20 that I need in order to unlock that character. All right. So hopefully you're still around. Hopefully you're going to stick around to watch the entirety of this video. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of stop talking unless, of course, I come across something that I really want to point out to you. But I think it's worth a shot, but maybe not right now. I think maybe with some more development time and some more peer reviews, and to get a real good feel about what this game has to offer, then I think it would be, worth it. So here's what I'll do. Since I've already entered myself into the early access here, I'm going to go ahead and continue to post my progress with this game to share with you, to give you a better idea as to what to expect from this title. What I want from you, the watcher, is to let me know what kind of questions you have, what kind of thoughts you have about this game, and what you would like to see, what type of questions you would like to have answered, and I will do my absolute best to follow up with that and to help you out so that way you can make an informed decision, because $30 is not cheap, but it's also not expensive. and I get it. You want to make sure that the money that you're putting into a game is going to be well worth what your expectations. Okay, so after the battle, I'm back in town again, and it's telling me all about this Hero Forge. I'll give you a chance to go ahead and pause, so that way you can read this, get a feel for it. It lets you know what the hero shards are all about and how that really works. It also shows about the equipment that you put on your body doesn't change your look. You do get skins and kind of transmogs like you would in a game like League of Legends or Heroes of the Storm. Here I'm going to give you a sample of some of the other characters that I can start hunting for. This guy, Morok, looks pretty badass. Lucian also looks like a character I think I would have a lot of fun with. More like a balanced character. Got your Demon Hunter, Valeria. A hunter-ish, almost like from World of Warcraft with Misha, a bear. And an interesting dancing character that looks like Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame. Okay, back into the action. Just going to give you a little bit of... Yep, just straight into the battle. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave you here. You have just a few more minutes of this next mission that I went through to give you an idea as to what to expect from this game. All right, I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching. Watch to the end. Until next time, Horseman out.
I have a feeling these attacks are not random. In fact, I think I know why the demons are here. At the heart of Igmin's stronghold lies a seemingly endless pit. It was there since the keep was built. Most people just accept it as one of the many oddities of the place. But I know...
You there! Captain Mita Snegarod wants to talk to you.
Well met, friend. Since you decided to join us, we should discuss our defenses. I'm afraid these attacks are just the beginning of a full-scale invasion. Another assault so soon! My men and I will hold the eastern wall. You and Ognia head to the upper floor and stop them from striking the rear.
I think I know what these beasts are after! Quickly, follow me!
Your crack like waves upon the rock. My will is indomitable.
That was some fight. Glad you got that stinker for me. I think I know what they're after. Don't let them take it.
There's no honor in slaughter, but it is a necessity.
Don't mourn your new friend yet, hero. The power of Pantheon is a mystical one, and as its champion, you serve as a beacon to the worthy souls of those who die near you. Ognia was brought back to serve just like you. She's already here. In fact, she wants to talk to you urgently.
Dying was a strange experience, but waking up here is something else entirely. I still can't believe it. Sorry I wasn't of more help down there, but perhaps I can aid you in a different way. I don't think those demons attacked the stronghold by accident, nor do I think that old man sent you there without good reason. As I said, there is an endless pit in the stronghold. The secret of the pit was a tale told amongst blacksmiths for generations. The pit holds the most powerful tool to prepare us for the upcoming war. The Drevna Kutia.
I felt the Kutia was near, but I dared not hope. Hero, this could be the one thing that can turn the tide. It can also be our downfall, if we don't get to it before the demons. Quickly now, I shall accompany you to the pit. We must retrieve the Kutia. The Kutia was given to us by the gods themselves, which means it will take powerful magic to get to it. Magic that will surely draw the attention of the demons. We have one shot at this, hero. You must guard me until my chance extract the Kutia from the pit.
My will is indomitable. You crack like waves upon the rock. You crack like waves upon the rock.
Mana Budi Sespadi, Davna Magi Nama Izagi, Datamu Strena Kutia, Uiti Plati, Mana Kutia, Mana Budi Sespadi, Davna Magi Nama Izagi,
Crack like waves upon the rock.
Uiti Plati, Mana Kutia, Mana Budi Sespadi, Davna Magi.
Is almost at its end.
Well done, hero. We have it. We have the Drevna Kutia.
The trials of Istak have begun.